So, guys, this is TTT Mooney. Today I'm going to ask him some questions, and yeah. So first, how did you start your comp career?
Like, join CGT or like when I originally started?
When you originally started?
When I originally started? I originally started comp because I saw scrims. I was like, this is pretty cool. I waited till like I was 13. Like the day I turned 13, I joined CGT because I looked up like how to join everything. Because I know about CGT and everything before, but I joined CGT the day I turned 13, and then I just started joining random servers and like the recruitment part. And I didn't join any teams from there. I mean, I guess my first team was just a random team I met in a public lobby. It was just some, I think it was called like VW or something. I don't know what it stands for that much. But the team that really got me in the comp, that like sort of cemented into me, was a team called TCR. It played for the CGTI intermediate, CGT intermediate. Yeah. I mean, I didn't really play for them for that league. I just played here and there. I wasn't on.
Okay.
But yeah, I made a pretty good friend, and he kind of taught me everything. So.
Who do you think, in your opinion, is the hardest player you ever had to scrim against? Like,
hardest player I've ever had to scrim against? Cheater or non-cheater?
Legit.
Legit. Personally, I think legit. Honestly, probably Winch. He's one of my good friends. I get him the sub, but like I hate scrimming him because he's too good, and also he knows my playstyle. So you know, 'cause we're good friends, we're best buddies.
How would you tell a new player to get better and wanting to get more known in comp?
I can answer the first part, not the second part. The second part I have trouble with, because I got known through comp because I met Don in a public. This is like 6 months after I quit comp. I met Don in a public lobby. He invited me to AL, his team, when he left TTT. It is the team that won back-to-back CGT wins. Yeah, I played for AL. He just invited me to a free season win, essentially from a public lobby. And then I quit for another 2 seasons, season 10, season 11. And then this season I joined TTT from him again.
Dang.
So I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not the greatest with that, but to get better, I can help a little bit with that. What I did to get better, I would play public lobbies a lot. Just, if I saw someone good, I would do exactly what they were doing. Like, if I saw a route that looked really good or cool, I would just learn it. I would just keep doing it over and over to get it in my brain. So, even if I could do it, like, even other places on the map, maybe. And, or, like, looking at, like, YouTube videos, like, Don, he does his montage or whatever, you can just watch him. Scrims from, like, TT, SV, or older scrims. Older scrims actually teach some better stuff, too, that's not used anymore, since I use a lot of old stuff, too. And it works, so yeah.
I don't know. I don't watch any GTC, but are you guys in GTC? Because I know you guys are in CGT.
No.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, actually, was the team name was. He recently changed it back to Silly. Silly's gonna be in GTC again, so. Okay. I mean, I'm not playing for that, but you know, it's technically Silly because I mean it has like Pig, Don. There's a couple new different people that I mean I'm a little bit iffy about. It has like Bentley, it has Perk, it has I think Mouse King. Yeah, those people are on TTT. One of them maybe though. We're debating, but you know, cause Slip left.
Yeah. Who's the most like entertaining player to play with and play against that isn't on TTT?
Ooh. Play with and play against are a little bit different for me. I mean, I honestly enjoy playing with, I enjoy scrimming with like Beats or Nemblix or Wicked, I guess, because they're just always loud and it's funny and I always do stupid crap and also I'm friends with them. So you know, yeah. But playing against, it's funny. Man, I wish I wasn't myself, bro. I'm the goofiest player I know. I did the stupidest thing. Dude, if you ever look at any clips of me, bro,
yeah.
I can send you some after. It's really, I do stupid crap for skins, but I don't know about against. I don't know about.
You never got invited to TTT, and you never got invited to these big teams. Would you ever consider joining like a GTC team that doesn't play any CGT style ever?
No, I actually would have quit if I didn't join AL. Actually, fun fact. I was thinking of quitting around the time, and then Don asked me. I met him in a public lobby. We were just connecting, pretty cool. Yeah, and then he randomly asked me, "You want to join the AL? My team. I made it recently. Left TTT. Yeah. So you want to join?" And I was like, "Yeah." Best choice of my life, mind you. I probably would have never continued with Gorilla Tag after that, to be honest, if I didn't join that.
Okay, now I got a question for you. Who inspired you to play comp? Or did you just
Inspired me to play
or
comp.
when you first got Gorilla Tag, did you just like, hey, I kind of like this, and I'm gonna stick with it?
To inspire me to get in the comp, that would be probably like Don Mosa, just normal older players. Yeah, just I mean Don. To be honest, I think it's pretty cool that Don personally invited me because I was actually a big fan of Don like forever ago. I was like I learned most everything I learned from branches from Don and whatever. So like him inviting me to the team was pretty cool, like forever ago. But I mean I didn't push it as a big thing. I didn't want to anything. I've never wanted to over fan someone. I wanted to treat them like a human being, because that's the right thing you should do. I mean, people can over fan all they want. It's fine with me. But, you know, it's nice to meet someone that talks to me like a human. That's why I kind of like, you know, disguise in public hobbies.
Yeah. Okay, and now, this is more of a funny question. What is the most expensive thing that you have broken playing VR? In general.
Headset.
You broke a
Just my
headset?
headset. I've broken... You want me to tell you how many headsets?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we don't. Yeah. I spent over thousands of money on this game.
That's
I spent
wild.
thousands of dollars on headset.
How do you feel about like everybody getting literally everybody getting unbanned, like Kimbo's, Pepsi D, Feathers, all those people getting unbanned?
I'm friends with all those people, so I don't care.
Okay.
I'm friends with everyone you just mentioned. Yeah, he's whatever. Feathers, iffy a little bit about, because he does look like he cheats, but like, he's not that much of a problem if he cheats, though. And then Kimbo's he's a bit of a problem because he actually plays comp. Is it Pepsi D? Pepsi D, yeah, I'm friends with Pepsi D. I don't care. I've known Pepsi D since like years, because I used to be friends with a guy named D-Clone, which he's friends with Pepsi D, which I originally met Pepsi D a couple years ago, before I was in any comp. So, yeah.
Okay, so now this is one of my last questions. I got like one more after this. What is like your inspiration to get a VR in the first place?
Inspiration to get a VR in the first place? I think it's just it's the general answer to every person that got a headset in 2021. Essentially you saw Gorilla Tag, and like I saw Beat Saber years before I'd watch Beat Saber because it's really cool and funny, like music, whatever. That's the original reason. But then around like 2020, 2021, or 2021, I saw the TikToks of Gorilla Tag. I'm like, bro, this is pretty cool. If you're a monkey, and you get the funny monkey things, everyone's a funny monkey, pretty cool. My brother was asking for a headset for Christmas. I was like, might as well ask for one too. Got one. We both played. It's just essentially me, my brother, and his friend group. We're just all playing Gorilla Tag. I mean, my brother didn't play Gorilla Tag that much. He has heavy motion sickness. He can barely like play VR for a little bit, even with like VR chat or something. Like, it's horrible. I think the longest I think I've had him on Gorilla Tag is for like 10 minutes.
Like, tell people when they first get Gorilla Tag and they're like say they're like me, they're somewhat good at the game, but they're nowhere close to being known. Like they're not in much con teams, but they still play Gorilla Tag. What would you tell them to spread around in the community?
Spread around? I say spread around kindness. That's the best thing you can spread around. That's how I've got to where I am. That's how I got known. That's how I've made all my friends. That's how I've got in circles like Don, all these other guys that are really cool and really known. Is kindness. Kindness is key. Alright? Something you gotta learn. You gotta learn that early in life. You can do anything as long as if you're kind to people.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Like you should, like even if you like lose a scrim, give them like a fist bump. Even if they don't give you a fist bump, it's a good game. I mean, I have my days. I don't do anything. I just leave because I have my days. But everyone does. Everyone has a bad day sometime. But I mean, you should most of the time try and show kindness. You should be helping other people. I mean, I've stopped like trying to help a lot of people because I'm on a time crunch most of the time. So I gotta do things, whatever. And TTT has not helped with that. So that's why a lot. I've understand. You don't realize why people don't do things until you're in their position.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah. But I mean, I enjoy talking to the community. That's why I do a lot of live streams with people. I mean, it's just nice to talk to people. It drains my energy hecka. That's why you see later in the live streams I just yawn so much and I just don't talk as much because I have a community battery. But I enjoy talking to everyone. Everyone's pretty cool. As long as they're cool to me, I'm cool to them. And that's how that sort of works.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah. That's also why I've kind of put a price on like meeting a lot of people. Most of the time, usually. I mean, unless I give an exception like this.
Good thing you didn't do that with me, because.
Yeah, yeah. Most of the time, I'll make someone like pay like money or Robux to do stuff like
yeah,
this.
I see your bio. It said you have to do something for like 300 Robux or something.
Yeah, I'll do anything for 300 Robux. I mean, I guess like I'll raise or just decline the offer if I don't wanna. Like teaching, I hate teaching. Teaching is my least favorite thing to do. So much teaching. That's why a lot of people don't like teaching, and they tell people learn by themselves, and that's why the community's gotten so toxic. But teaching, it wasn't as bad back when the game first came out because like everyone's there. You want to show off. You want to teach these other people to do what you can do because it's easy to learn, easy to teach, easy to learn. Later, now in the game, it's all these advanced mechanics and whatever, and then like the community's just becoming more and more toxic. Yeah. And teaching's just a heavy time waste, and you don't even know if they're gonna become that good, if they're gonna quit, if they're gonna become egotistical, which is a heavy thing that's became in like comp and toxicity. It's tragic, but I mean, nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bad.
Okay, now my last question is, how did it feel having your first ever scrim with TTT and it was also being casted? Were you how nervous were you going into the scrim?
I was not nervous at all.
Really?
You got asked the question about when I first joined AL. That's the question you asked. A random public player that really wasn't that good, playing with all these like known people. Like I think the first official scrim I did, it was me, Don, Akuma, I think Sinister. It was against Anomaly. You gotta look back. I can maybe send you my intro video for AL. That's the only video actually of me on AL because I broke my controller back when I was on AL, so I just never played. And then I didn't play season 10, so whatever. But yeah, I was so nervous when I first joined AL. First team practice, bro. I barely spoke. If Don spoke, then I'd speak because I was sort of close to Don at the time because he got me there. He was kind of just carrying. I was just going. But I mean, nothing you could really do about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bad.
Okay, now my last question is, how did it feel having your first ever scrim with TTT and it was also being casted? Were you how nervous were you going into the scrim?
I was not nervous at all.
Really?
You got asked the question about when I first joined AL. That's the question you asked. A random public player that really wasn't that good, playing with all these like known people. Like I think the first official scrim I did, it was me, Don, Akuma, I think Sinister. It was against Anomaly. You gotta look back. I can maybe send you my intro video for AL. That's the only video actually of me on AL because I broke my controller back when I was on AL, so I just never played. And then I didn't play season 10, so whatever. But yeah. I was so nervous when I first joined AL. First team practice, bro. I barely spoke. If Don spoke, then I'd speak because I was sort of close to Don at the time because he got me there, and I was kind of riding on his back a little bit. He was kind of just carrying. I was just going with it because I mean, the original reason I actually joined AL. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you know what AL is. You know?
No. I've heard of it though.
Yeah, AL. Yeah, all of Don made the team originally to push, because at the time competitive was really toxic, but it was just the same old people doing this and that, So Don, since he got kicked from TTT for like some reasons I'm not gonna say here, he made a team to bring up new players he saw potential in that didn't get the spotlight on them as much. But if you put them together like this, then they're gonna become up here. And I was a part of that. It was me, Don, Beisel, Akuma. Like Don and Akuma were essentially the only like really good players on the team at the time. But it was me, Don, Beisel, Akuma, Zelp didn't. I always forget Zelp didn't play season 9 for AL. He played season 10. It was me, Don, is Sinister. Did Donut? I don't know if Donuts played season 9. I don't remember the first original line as everyone. That's all I remember, I think.
Okay, and now I just brainstormed a little question, because this is what I suck at. How do you get better at tagging? Because I'm not gonna lie, when I suck at tagging.
You're asking the right person, man. So essentially, you gotta think outside the box instead of thinking towards the box. Because most people, all they remember is chase person or cut off here or there, but that doesn't work when you get into the higher leagues, like CGT, whatever. It's the chase and still a good mechanic. All these good cutoffs are still good, but if you want to become really good at it, you gotta think outside the box and do cutoffs that no one will think of, like, because essentially you can even do this like mid-scrim. Like, you do the first rounds, you just pay attention. Essentially, that's kind of what I do. And then the later rounds, you sort of come back by cutting off what you saw them do. You do what they were gonna do. If they don't do it, whatever. Go for if they do that. You just cut them off then, just over here. Because imagine, bridge. If they go under that and they like go for this way. You saw that in the previous one. You go down to this branch, like right under the bridge. Maybe cut them off. If they don't go that way, if they go like more towards like double walls. Yeah, you learn more. You learn something for the future. But if they do it, then it's great. It's the feeling's amazing when you can cut them off and you knew you were good at it.
Yeah.
I was probably not explained well, but like.
Oh no, I understand it perfectly. Trust.
Yeah. Or like the chasing part, you need someone like heavy chasing. But like if you know you're not gonna be good at heavy chasing, you gotta be pretty good at walls, essentially.
Okay.
Or ground. Either or. Usually like a Steam player. That's why I like tagging with Steam players, because they can chase walls or ground. Yeah. Okay. That's why I'm like really good with like tagging with like Don, Winch, Wicked, Steam players.
Okay.
And then anyone else that's like really good at this stuff. But I am like a heavy cutoffer. I can chase. I'm good at chasing. But if a good synergy is you guys going back and forth from cutting off and chasing from like when you can. Because if I'm like, imagine let's scenario. My teammate's on second toss pushing up the death wall, and I'm on sky tree. Person wraps around death wall, and my teammate's still chasing. I can essentially go to Apollo tree to go chase him because I have a closer distance. But my teammate can just go straight forward to bagel tree and maybe get a cutoff if he's quick enough, and just push him back into me, and then we get like a cross push, and sort of he gets tagged. No matter like basically what he does. It's a pretty good tactic. If he doesn't, then my teammate would just push from bagel, and I'll go for the tallest if I can. Tallest is a little bit hard to cut off. That's why a lot of people do that. But if you can get the tallest and just push him back, that's great. If you can't, then the person going up tallest will go chase, and then my teammate that was like chasing will go try and get his cut off, essentially, for background, maybe a long cut, because I mean that point, it's a little more of a long cut.
Yeah. Also, another question: what do you main? Like,
so in the past I would main branches, but I definitely spread out my. You have to spread out. You can't be one thing. I mean, you definitely can, but like it's really hard to. Like the bigger you get, the more known you get, and the better players you go against. So I mean, I've definitely I've gone to a lot of walls, but I can branch. My branching is really irritating to play against. So my branching essentially is everyone I've watched like trying to get in the comp. I would pay attention, learn their moves, and just throw it into my stuff, and it works, essentially. That's why it's hard to chase me on branches, unless you know what I'm gonna do. So, like, yeah, that's why people don't like my branches, and if I'm last, yeah, and I'm in Blender, not fun. Not funny fun. Unless it's a good player and they know what they're doing. I guess, if it's 4 people that know what they're doing. But if it's against a team that I rarely play against, like, and they're, like, not as good, like, maybe Berserk. I don't play against Berserk, like, ever. I've done one scrim against them. And they're, like, mid at most. I'd probably be able to run them on branches and whatever, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what would you tell people that might watch this video and take inspiration from it? How would you tell them to implement it into their game as fast and as soon as possible?
I would implement it, but you don't throw away what you know. You still do what you do before, but you just slowly implement what I've said. Maybe just like do one thing at a time for like this week. Just keep repeatedly doing it.
Guys, that was the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed me interviewing TTT Mooney, and I hope you guys will implement some stuff that he said in the interview into you guys' game. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye.